Since my channel is all about productivity and self-improvement, studying effectively is no exception to that. And because I was a medical student, studying is a big part of my daily routine. The one study technique that I have already talked about in the previous video and I cannot stress on its importance is the Feynman technique. In this video, I will guide you through this technique and how to use it effectively. This method is essential when you are trying to master a topic. It is usually not the best way to cram for an exam or study a few days just before the test, and not the greatest method if you are just starting a new topic. So it is used to master topics that you somehow have some idea about. And why is it so important? Because there is something called the illusion of mastery, which means you think you know the subject well, but when you try to explain it and use it, you find yourself stuck at some point, lacking the full knowledge about the topic. So this Feynman technique discerns where are your lack of knowledge in each topic. And as the name suggests, it is created by the greatest physicist, Richard Feynman, which himself was one of the best teachers ever known. So it consists of 3 parts. So firstly, you have to understand the topic, especially if you are studying a new concept. Go through the chapter. You might miss some points and some ideas might not click very well. Do your research, watch some videos, take some notes, and try to incorporate this new information to the bigger picture, to something you already know. For example, when I was studying about some lung disease, I used to try to remember what at the hospital doctors used to prescribe as medication for this specific disease. And I tried to understand why they chose this drug, for example, instead of the other one. So during this first stage, don't ever use techniques like active recall or spaced repetition. If you don't know what are these techniques, just forget about them for now. Now, in the second step, you should try to explain whatever you have learned. Now that you have dug deeper into the topic, you did some sketches, took some notes, watched some YouTube videos, it is time to try to explain the subject in your own words and terms. And not only that, you have to try to do it in the simplest possible way, as if you are explaining it to a child. And this is the phase where you discover if you really know what you're talking about or you simply have to review again the subject. And now for the final stage, make it long term. Now, here's the mistake that I used to do, unfortunately, and I don't want you to commit the same one. Reaching that stage with a certain topic, I used to move to another one. For example, if I've been studying the last 2 to 3 hours about a lung disease, COPD, and I became comfortable with this topic, I used to switch to something else. But by doing this, I'm wasting all the time and effort I've put into studying the first topic. Why? Simply because there are so many evidence about memory, how it fades quickly after you have the first encounter with new information. So you have to solidify this information. And it was somehow frustrating to me because whenever I encountered a real patient with COPD, I didn't have all the information I studied in my head. I didn't have all this knowledge. And I don't know why. So what you should be doing is to transcribe this information into flashcards. Yes, you must use flashcards. You can use physical ones or you can use this application called Anki, which I like very much. And these flashcards are a preparation for a later review session. They will solidify the knowledge for long term. A quick tip for your flashcards, they should be concise, summarized, and simple. The final point I want to talk about is topic selection. The Feynman technique is not really suitable for any topic you want to study. It would be a waste of time if you want to try it on every single piece of information. Usually it's best used for big concepts, big ideas, where you have something to really understand, not only to memorize. And you need to become able to answer every question about this certain concept, even if it is twisted in a different way or tackling it at a different angle. So as a summary, 1. Understand the topic before applying the technique. 2. Explain it in a very simple way. 3. Make it long-term with flashcards. And 4. Choose your topic wisely. And now thank you so much for stopping by and watching till the end. Hit the like button and I will see you next time.